Hello everyone, welcome back to the latest additions to our movie and TV collection. This is the continuing storm this time of year. I think I mentioned in a couple of previous videos how it's just kind of a lot of timing with from now for the next roughly 6 weeks or so. There are a whole lot of things releasing, a lot of pre-order stuff in this time window for some reason. We have next Studio Ghibli's are coming out, some Warner Archive, some Star Trek Anniversary titles, that kind of stuff. We have a package coming very shortly from Germany. Actually, by the time this video goes up, it might be here the same day, with some stuff for Amanda, stuff for myself, and just a whole lot of whirlwind of things in this little window for some reason, all coming out at the same time. And if you follow me on Twitter and things, I mentioned the other day how there were a few of those packages that were delayed by a week or so, and then a few that suddenly, like, arriving early noticings, and most of it came yesterday. Like, just most of the stuff, just a whole bunch of stuff aside from the scheduled pre-order ones that scatter over the next few weeks. So that's kind of split into a couple of these videos you're going to be seeing for a while. And right now we have this little stack here with some movies and TV show ads. First up is Stanley Kubrick's Lolita on Blu-ray. This is one of my 3 favorite movies of his. It's very divisive whether or not, it's one of their, some people it's one of their least favorites of his, some people it's one of their favorites. It varies a little bit from the book, obviously, partially artistically and partially because of constraints of the time. There's never been a perfect version of the, it's part of the marketing for this version of the movie was even the unfilmable book, that type of thing. But I thought this turned out great. I really, really enjoy it. I do like the expanded look at Peter Sellers' character in this movie. I think it's fantastic because his performance is so great. I mean, he's my favorite actor, so fantastic movie, and one that we did not own a copy of yet. Again, it's like a movie I really, really like, just one I have never happened to own a copy of before. So I have this, and someday we'll get the Criterion Laserdisc. That'll be really, really cool. But I'm very excited to revisit this picture that I've not seen in a long time. Really enjoyed it. And another Blu-ray, we have the History of Trunks and Bardock, the Father of Goku, on Blu-ray. And this one's interesting because this is the last thing that we needed to complete our Dragon Ball Z movie and TV collection. We're still collecting some of the volumes of the manga, that kind of stuff, but as far as the movies and TV and whatever, we still needed these, and these are some of my favorites. These might be the best movies that they did. I just really enjoyed these, always loved these. I still have both of these on VHS and watched them so many times. Bardock's one of my favorite characters. The History of Trunks, I remember we were super excited. It was super awesome when that first came out because everyone was so into that character, and these are just fantastic. I really enjoy them, and I actually went with the Blu-ray because again we have them on VHS over the DVD because this was half the price of the DVD release, and it's been released a couple times. You have on DVD, there's a double feature release that coincides with this, like a steelbook one that cost twice as much as the Blu-ray, so I just went for this one. And then the older DVD releases that have the same covers as the VHS releases, they're like used $40 a piece now, and I got this for less than 20. So it's like those are pretty cool, and it's cool that they match the the covers of the VHS copies that I still own. But yeah, for like $20, I'm just gonna grab them both on a single disc on Blu-ray. Go with that. So that's why I ended up going with this version. Very happy to have those. I already gave those a watch like the night that I got them. Hadn't seen them in a while, and just really enjoyable. I love them. And the cool thing about this is the different sound options, because there's a very different musical score in the Funimation, the North American version, which is on the old VHS copies that I have. A very different musical score, and of course we have the English dub and things like that. And with this, there are 3 different audio options to where you can have the English dub that you'd be familiar with from that version of the series with either the American music or the original Japanese score. So those are really cool, too. Interesting options. You can watch it any way you want. And then it also has, of course, the original version, the Japanese audio with the Japanese music. So that's really, really cool. I enjoyed watching them when I picked just to see how it was like, the English dub with the original Japanese score. And I think I liked that overall mix the best. A bit of nostalgia for that English dub, and then also what I think is better, the original Japanese music versus the Americanized stuff. But it's really cool. And moving on to some more TV series type stuff. I finished grabbing what I wanted to get of Goosebumps on DVD. I just finished Are You Afraid of the Dark recently, and then Goosebumps. Grabbed this set here. There's so many different variations and sets of random episodes of Goosebumps, and it's a great, fun, goofy series that was fun to revisit watching with when I was watching my little cousin Terry. He was getting into Goosebumps one summer, I think 2 summers ago. We read a bunch of the books over the course of the summer, and then the series was on Netflix, and rewatching a lot of that with him was kind of fun. And it's a good, corny, cheesy thing. It doesn't hold up as well as Are You Afraid of the Dark, but in the same time, it has a lot of that 90s nostalgia pack that I really enjoy. We have the original Goosebumps book series. We did some of the most popular videos on our channel over the years have been, we did, I don't even know how many years ago, reviews of all the old Goosebumps books. We collected them all, the original run from when we were kids, and we reread them all for the first time since the 1990s, and just did a whole series of videos on those. And then, the series, again, it's enjoyable. I have my a couple favorite episodes from the show on VHS, like The Haunted Mask, I think is the best episode of the show that they did. A lot of fun, very, of the time. And then this collection it's actually a combination of 2 previous collections. There's a lot of ones, we've sold a bunch of them, where it'll look like one of the book covers and it has just 1 or 2 episodes, maybe 3 if you're lucky. And then this one is a 2-disc set that has A Night in Terror Tower, which is a really good one here, and Stay Out of the Basement, which I think is one of the better episodes they ever did. Then it has also Calling All Creeps, and it had the other reason I wanted it mostly for A Night in Terror Tower and Stay Out of the Basement, because those are ones I remembered rewatching on VHS all the time as a kid. Calling All Creeps, which was fine, and then I really wanted to get the Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, because it stars Heather Bertram, one of Laura Bertram's younger sisters, so that's really cool from that time period. Then we have the last piece I wanted for the Honeymooners collection. We have the classic 39, like the TV series, the ones you see all the time, and reruns. We have a best of collection, and then I wanted some variation. There are so many different collections of this type of thing, of the lost episodes. A lot of because Honeymooners started on the Jackie Gleason show, and there were tons of really good skits before and after the classic series that everyone thinks of. So there's so many different ones out there, and this I thought was a really cool little collection. I didn't want a huge box set of there's a one box set, I forget it's like 4 or 5 discs. It's huge. There's so much stuff in it. I wouldn't rewatch all of that, but I wanted one set that was outside that classic complete series that you always find. So I wanted this 1-disc set that has a Stand-In for Murder, Principle of the Thing, A Weighty Problem, The Little Man Who Wasn't Here, and The Songwriters. Next up, I love movies of the 30s and 40s. It's one of my favorite time frames for Hollywood motion pictures, so Carollombard is definitely someone I like. So I got this collection here, the Universal Hollywood Icons Collection, Carollombard, with 4 different movies on a 2-disc set. So 2 on each disc here, and it includes Hands Across the Table, Love Before Breakfast, My Man Godfrey, and True Confession. Really great movies, all of them. A lot of fun, and one of these in particular you will see again when I do my top 50 movies of all time. One of these 4 is guaranteed to be on there. Then we have the Criterion of It Happened One Night, the 2-disc DVD edition. I have a different non-Criterion DVD of this film already. Super enjoyable, one of my favorite comedies, just a great film, timeless film, and I love all the extras on Criterion versions. Again, I love the 30s, so there you go. This says the new 4K digital transfer, screwball comedy, of which this is one of the earliest and one of the best 30s screwball comedies, and that's a genre. And just the fast talking, just the style and the pacing of those from particularly the 30s are just amazing. My favorite of that type of all time would probably be, if you include The Thin Man in there. There's all kinds of stuff. Interviews with Frank Capra from 1999. Frank Capra's American Dream documentary. I've seen that before. Pretty cool, but a whole bunch of different stuff in here, and of course the included the fold out essay / like mini poster thing in there as well. But this is really cool, and yeah, I'm almost done collecting all of the Criterions as far as what they have out so far that I'm looking for. There's only one left. We don't have a Criterion yet of Pan's Labyrinth. I'm looking for that. Otherwise, I've caught up with all the Criterions I've been looking for. And this is really interesting. I just saw the first 3 episodes of this about a week ago, and I was immediately like, oh, please tell me the whole thing has been released on DVD, and even better, was it released here in the US? And it was, Deutschland 83, and so I have never even heard of this. There's 83, I think 86 and 89 they've done over the years. This was from, 2015, I believe. Carollombard released this in the US, German with English subtitles, and I was so sucked into this show. I found the first 3 episodes for free to watch, and I was like, okay, I gotta check this out. I really just wanted this, and I've been lately, again, there's a chance that I might be going to Germany next summer. We'll see what's going on, especially with the what's going on as far as travel at that point. Hopefully, over roughly a year from now, hopefully things will be better. We'll see what's going on, but there's definitely a chance. So I've been really trying to lately. That was kind of what kickstarted me into wanting to revisit my roots and try and relearn a lot of German that I've just forgotten, having spoken very little of it in the past 20 years. Not really since I was a teenager. So that kind of got me on a kick of trying to watch a lot of like German language stuff, like the German language version of oh my gosh, what is that show called? I'm thinking of the German title in my head. What is the Nailed It. That's what it is. Nailed It. I don't know why I just was drawing a blank on that, but that baking show, Nailed It, the German version of that, was up on Netflix. I'm like, and that kind of got me, hooked on that. So yeah, I've been trying to watch some more German produced entertainment to really kind of bring that back and at least get to the level that I was as a kid, if not better. That would be nice. So yeah, those are all the additions, a whole bunch today, and there's more that I have not shown you because it definitely qualifies for a separate video. So definitely make sure you are checking back, because there's going to be a lot more content coming your way. Some stuff from the UK, some stuff from Germany, stuff from Japan, all over the world, and of course the book sales coming up. I've mentioned that. We're planning a cool trip for the fall. It's going to involve some thrifting type stuff and a bunch of different random pre-orders and things that are just all have the release window in this small time frame. Looking forward to all of that, and of course more video game content will definitely be coming your way, because I still have a strong feeling that we are going to get some really cool announcements this fall for stuff for 2022, and maybe 1 or 2 more surprises between now and the end of the year. So make sure you check back, and I'll see you in the next video.